Hiya David, lovely to meet you up here at the range yesterday and do some work on your game. Super session, great results, really improved the overall flight pattern of your shots towards the end of your session. If we look at your swing at the start, one of the main issues we've got is that you keep the club on the line for too long on the way back. More importantly, you keep the arm on the line, so the arm traces the line. You see the arm moving away from the chest at that point. So as we're approaching sort of level with the ground with the shaft halfway back, we're looking very much down the line of your left arm. If we take a little look at what we see with better players like Hunter Mahan here on the far right, we see a swing where at that same position in the swing, when the shaft's parallel with the floor or just beyond, the arms are working in more. So getting the arms working in is critical. Remember what we discussed in ball flight. We want to swing in a circle. The ball to target line is purely a reference point for judging how well a shot you've hit. What we're looking to achieve is a ball that starts to the right and bends to the left without overdrawing. Now, in order to do that, we've got to do a couple of things. First of all, we've got to understand ball flight. I'll email the flight scope footage over to you later for you to go over and digest. The main thing we talked about was that the ball starts in the direction of the blade. It bends away from the path of your golf club. Now, if we're going to get the club coming from the inside, it's going to be much easier to do if it starts back on the inside. So what we've got here is on the middle of your screen, we've set you up in the grid, we've moved the ball back in the circle. So now what's happening in moving the ball back in the circle, we're presetting this sort of path. So as you take the club back now, you're going to see that the club, even though you try and keep it on the line, won't stay on the line. And as we get to the position in your swing now, you can see that everything is much more in. And if we go just a little bit further than that, left arm in across the chest. Very similar to what we see here with Hunter on the far right hand side of your screen. Arms in. So that's one key thought for you. You want to get the arms in because that's going to make it easier to produce this inside approach that we're looking for. And you can see the difference there. Rather than the arms coming in, the arms are staying out. So over here on the far left, what we've now got to do is, in an attempt to hit a draw, we've got to try and get the club on the inside, but we never do it. And you can see the arm is back out in front of us as it's coming into impact. What we see with Hunter Mahan is that the arm is, albeit not as far in as it was on the downswing, it is still in across the chest. With your ball back in the circle, you're trying to hit some straight pushes at this time. You can see now that your arm stays in on the way down also, which allows you to then attack the ball much more from the inside than what we were seeing at the start of your session. Start of your session, very random ball flight. End of your session, much more controlled ball flight, dispatching the ball off right to left more often than not, quieter with the hands on the way through. So what we're trying to get are the arms in and then no release. The no release is to soften the blade up so that we don't want that blade squaring up. If that blade squares up, the ball starts straight and we overdraw it. So arms in, no release. Great work. Spend a lot of time with the ball back in that grid, but really quieten the hands down. Arms in, no release. You'll see a great change in your ball flight. Good luck with it, and hope to speak soon.